Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. So SHTFplan.com is highlighting the fact that Yellowstone is approaching record levels of seismic activity. Yes, I mean, you're looking at earthquake swarm that we have not seen in quite some time. It says by now most are aware of the earthquake swarms under Yellowstone. Many people are fearing a major eruption. And rightfully so, only because, like we're due and because, science is really trustworthy and they always tell us the truth and they always tell us what's going on. So you shouldn't be scared. You should go back to sleep. So a cluster of earthquakes at Yellowstone, most active in recent history, 2357 to date. But now, guys, yesterday, Idaho had an earthquake. When does Idaho have an earthquake? It's just like one of those crazy places that you never hear have an earthquake. But if you look, it certainly is within the realm of possibility that perhaps that could be fueled by Yellowstone. There is a lot of stuff going on to the point where you have NASA talking about, well, we can circumvent a eruption if we just drill underneath the volcano and try to vent it that way. And then what we're going to do, we'll drill a hole into it, and then we're going to pump water down there. What happens when you superheat water in an enclosed space? It explodes! That's what happens, okay? So that's probably not the best idea. But, of course, leave it to astronauts to go and figure out a geological problem. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, USGS, you're kind of busy right now. But don't worry, NASA's, they're not so busy. They got some downtime. Why don't we put them on the whole Yellowstone thing? What? Now, if they're actually doing this, and from what I heard, NASA was told to stop talking about and or doing research into this. That would at least tell me that they're serious. And if they're serious, why are they so serious? Is it because this is a legitimate threat? Is it because Yellowstone really is at risk of erupting, and it's something they're not, because you have to understand, folks, they're never going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you that, oh, by the way, Yellowstone is getting ready to erupt. Why? Because they would rather you die than to have mass panic ensue and then everybody just go crazy, and start looting and raping and pillaging and all that, because that's what'll happen, right? See, they don't trust us enough to have information and to make decisions for ourselves. And that's the sad truth. Because if they did, why, they would tell us if there was a problem, instead of just sugarcoating everything. Well, there's a record-setting amount of swarms, but don't worry. Hey, there's no threat. Oh, there's like a 1 in 2,000 chance that it's going to erupt. Yeah. All I can say is, folks, to put your trust in our non-representing representatives and the bureaucrats in government is the dumbest thing that you can ever do, because they have done nothing, absolutely nothing to earn it. And trust, my friends, is a very important thing. And once you lose that trust, it's very hard to get it back. Well, they never had trust in the first place with me. But they certainly don't have any trust, any inkling of ever getting any trust back now. And all I can say is everything that's going on with regards to the earth changes that we're seeing is, to me, kind of interesting, because at the exact same time all this is going on, there's changes going to our sun, There's changes going on with every other planet in our solar system. So something, my friends, is affecting it. And you know what that thing is, I think? It's called a cycle. The sun goes through maximums, the sun goes through minimums. The Earth goes through pole reversals. The Earth goes through Earth changes every time the sun goes into a solar minimum. Things change. The sun affects our weather patterns. The sun affects volcanic activity. It affects seismic activity. What do you know? It affects our way of life. So, as long as the sun's acting weird, I think the Earth is going to act weird. And if it happens to be that Yellowstone erupts, don't you think it would be wise to prepare for something like that and to try and be ready as you can be for something like that, should the moment arise? You know, back before supermarkets and the culture of convenience, people used to have to do that just to survive. You know, they used to have to can food to get through the winter. I mean, it's only over the last 100 years or so that the culture of convenience has really bit in hard and has not abolished, but certainly handicapped us when it comes to being able to weather a storm by ourselves without any government assistance. So, Yellowstone, 2,357 swarms or quakes since June. Methinks that it's something to pay attention to, especially when Idaho has an earthquake. I mean, come on, what happens in Idaho? It's like Idaho and Delaware. Nothing happens in those two states. So, when something does happen, you need to pay attention. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.